As the job numbers slowly climb, plenty of people are still struggling to find work. Today we bring you local agencies either hiring or providing internships or access to workforce training. CCN Crown City News. Your news, your neighborhood, seconds away.
Do you have a great business idea? The Pasadena Enterprise Zone can help. The Pasadena Enterprise Zone, open for business.
Hi, I'm Jesse Avila at the Convalescent Aid Society, a nonprofit organization established in 1923. We provide the free loan of durable medical equipment, of hospital beds, wheelchairs, walkers, canes, and many other items. Your donations and contributions are welcome and greatly appreciated. We are located at 3255 East Foothill Boulevard in Pasadena.
We're here to help you.
Please give us a call and check for availability at 626-793-1696.
Hello everyone, thank you for watching CCN Crown City News. I'm Sehnita Joshua Mattison. We're continuing with our special live interview editions of Crown City News for the next couple of months, but you can still see stories from our reporters on our website at crowncitynews.com. Today we focus on how local residents move and work in our region, along with coming jobs and preparation for the workforce. We start with LA County's Metro's Doug Failings. Welcome back, Doug. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Sehnita. It's always nice to be here.
Yeah. Well, you have a lot of projects going on around the county. Tell us about some of them.
Certainly. Well, everyone knows about the big transit projects, the 12 transit projects we have going at Metro, but we have a highway program too. It's very active. We have 15 programs of projects we're working on, some very large ones that people have heard of for years, but a lot of smaller size projects as well. It's nice. It helps us move them forward quickly. It's all about creating jobs right now at Metro, and we're able to do that with our program.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about, one of the projects that is really pertinent to residents in the local San Gabriel area, the 710. They call it the GAP project. Why is that?
710 GAP has been around since before I had a driver's license. It's one of those old projects. Everyone knows the 710. It currently ends down near Valley Boulevard in the city of Alhambra. There's also a stub up here in Pasadena. It ends really at Del Mar and runs off to the street just south of that. That I know very well, and I'm going to blank on right now that we're on TV.
Is that Valley?
No, it's not Valley. It's the other one. That's okay. It'll come to me in a bit. That gap has been sitting there for a long time, and it's not the gap so much as it is the traffic that's created. So traffic has to go all the way around this area. It's in other neighborhoods. It's doing other things. And our board with Measure R has given us permission to study this freeway gap and see if we can come up with some solutions. We've just completed a series of meetings. We had 20 meetings in 8 weeks, a lot of meetings out in the communities to talk about that project. At Metro, we're now getting ready to do a request for proposals to bring on firms to do the environmental document for that project and decide what is a solution. Is there something we should do? What is that solution? Should it be a highway project? Should it be a transit project? Should it be a freight project? Above ground, below ground, at grade? Everything's on the table.
Absolutely. So what are you hearing from residents of what they want? I know, a lot of the local residents, you'd mentioned below ground, the tunnel has been an option, and a lot of the local people are, kind of against that. What are you hearing about solutions that you really think are going to work?
We're hearing a mixed bag. It's very early in the process. Really what we've done so far is we had conversations, make sure everyone is up to speed, has a level playing field of knowledge. And then the next step is scoping. What do you want us to talk about? And they told us the whole gamut. They said, study highways, study transit, study nothing,
So
go away.
Study.
Yeah, go away. And that's fine. That's where we need to start at. But really, it's about driving it towards a solution and making sure we cover all the bases that people are asking for.
Exactly. I mean, at this point, you'd mentioned that it's been here since before you had a driver's license. I think from the 60s, is that when it started?
It started in the 60s, and at that time, the freeway building was going, boom all over the place. the Division of Highways at that time, that was pre-Caltrans days. They were called the Division of Highways, that bought a bunch of right-of-way, some in Pasadena, South Pasadena, as well as in El Sereno. Okay. And they've been holding that property for all that time. So it's time to either make some decisions, put that property back in private hands, deal with that runoff from Del Mar and Valley.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you say studying, I mean, hasn't there been enough studying? I mean, is it time to really come up with the solutions already? Or?
Well, it's time to make decisions, and that's what an environmental document does, is it lets us go through the process, document the environmental impacts, and make a decision. We either make a decision to move ahead or not, and now's the time to do it.
Well, you know, speaking of this time, you know, this is probably the worst economic time, so is this a good time to put that much money towards this project?
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's right now, our voters here in Metro, we're very thankful. They passed Measure R a few years ago. We've been collecting that money. That's our taxpayer dollars. It was created here locally. Let's put it to work right now, creating jobs so that people can take a look at this. And then let's make a decision on going ahead with this project or move the money into other projects. But it is time to make a decision, and let's create some local jobs doing it. Okay,
now tell us a little bit about, I know there's been a multi-mode system that's been out there as an idea that links, that makes upgrades and links to other modes of transportation like light rail and bicycle lanes and all of that. What can you tell us about that?
Multimodal is a good study. It's one of the things that we've been asked to look at again. Most of the requests we've seen in aren't so much multimodal as they are saying, why don't you make some smaller fixes to a few city streets. Really what we're trying to address here on 710 though is a regional problem. There are some local fixes that need to happen, but we also have to come up with a regional solution as well. And it is all about integrating. Transportation isn't any one system anymore. We have the Gold Line, we have freeways, we have city streets. We have to make all these things work together.
Okay. Well, let's talk about jobs now. I mean, what kind of numbers are you seeing? What kind of jobs will this project create?
This project in and of itself, the study is probably going to be in the $50 million range. So there should be a couple of hundred jobs that are created almost instantly as we start doing studies on this project. Ultimately, the construction of this project, assuming, depending on what you build, if one does build a highway tunnel, it could be $3 or $4 billion. It depends on the route you take and what size it is. I mean, that in and of itself is thousands and thousands of construction projects. Okay. And those are good, high-paying jobs. Those are great. And at Metro, just so you know, we have a goal of 25% small business participation in all these major projects. So it's not just about some jobs for the big guys. It's local jobs for smaller people as well, smaller firms.
Okay, well, what everyone wants to know is how am I going to find out about it? So what kind of outreach is Metro doing?
Metro, if you go to Metro's website, www.metro.net. We have
okay.
Metro.net. You can get to the webpage. Talks all about all of our projects, not just the 710, but the 12 transit projects and the 14 other highway programs that we have going. We're in the process as we bring on the firms to do the environmental document. We'll bring on people to do outreach as well. So we'll have a project-specific web page that should be up probably about the end of the year.
Okay, and can people apply right online then?
Apply online as far as getting information, of course they can. They can get direct a web link and as we do project information out. For jobs on this one, what they're going to have to do is if they want to work on this specific project, it's time to be teaming up. There's a lot of firms out there now that are forming teams to come in and bid on this specific project. Be out there looking at those firms as well. And get ready. Good hunting. It's a good time.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for putting that information out there, and please come back again. There's always something going on in the freeways and highways around LA.
Always glad to be here.
Okay. Well, thank you. Workforce training and job preparation when Dr. Joe Connor goes on camera with us. That's next on CCN, Crown City News. Your news, your neighborhood. We'll be right back.